Hi, good evening everybody, this is Reina. Tonight, I'd like to ask you for an input and advice on something. That something is, if you meet or talk to someone whose dream is to just to live abroad, what kind of advice would you give? I've decided to talk about this because I've met several people whose dream was to live abroad, okay? Or, in other words, leave Japan, okay? And they were pretty much screwed because their dream was to live abroad, and as soon as they achieve that dream and they have nothing else after that. So they are totally lost, right? They don't know what to do and what they can do. And then worst scenario is some people actually realize that they need more language skills to work here or, live here. And sometimes some people are like this, oh, if something bad happens, I can just go back to Japan anytime I want. And always talking about, I want to go back to Japan, I miss my family, and da 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 da. And then I feel like if that's the case, then why did you even decide to, live abroad? I sometimes get confused. And then I can see them going through the tough time living in Canada. They don't need to. But, they ended up, putting themselves in that situation and there is no return. Because some of them are married and having a family here, so they can't just relocate anymore, right? So before that kind of thing happens, I thought I would like to talk to those who have contacted me, and also people who's dreaming of living abroad, that it's not that easy thing to do. Yeah, and I decided to ask you guys because I know some of you have left your own countries and then start living in different countries and have your own life. I thought it's a good idea to collect as many different, stories and experiences as possible, from you guys as well, not only focused on mine, because I only able to share the experience living in Canada, and especially in West Coast where I live, famous for multiculturalism, so that if you want to, you can hang around with the Japanese people or communicate in Japanese and even able to buy Japanese food or go to the Japanese restaurant, if they want, right? And then probably some of you, living in a country or cities where it's no way of meeting people or interact with people from the same country, yeah? If that's the case, then we have totally different experiences, and I thought it might be good to share those different experiences with people who is thinking or actually dreaming of living abroad, and in some cases just dreaming of leaving Japan or leaving their own country. Yeah, like for example, I came here pretty young, so I was very lucky to go through the hardship, because I could restart things or try something new because I was young, right? But since my parents were in Japan and I was here all by myself, so when I had a problem, like try to talk to my parents, like this is what I'm thinking of doing, I want to give it a try. If I were in Japan, and probably my parents will say, well, you can try or approach the problem or situation like this and that. But my parents are like, oh, I'm not in Canada, you figure it out by yourself because we don't know what's going on in Canada. Yeah, but the thing was though, right, it's pretty tough. Think about it. When you're younger, trying to figure out what to do and what not, it's really tough to do so in your own country, and doing that in a different country, and it's even harder in a way, no? Because there is no comfortable support system, because parents are in Japan and friends are in Japan, and it was pretty hard to find someone to share my problem with, because not many people had the same goals, as I did. You know what I mean? So that was pretty tough. Yeah. I hope I explained well enough what I'm trying to do. If you could share with me your hardship you've ever experienced living abroad, okay, that's gonna be awesome. Yeah, and also, if you know someone who's been through, like the person I just explained, like decide to live abroad or certain countries, but, they are lost, and then how they cope with it and everything, if you could share that story with me, that's gonna be awesome as well. Yeah, I'm thinking of making a video in Japanese towards these Japanese people who's dreaming about, leaving Japan and live abroad. What kind of advice would you give them? Thank you very much for listening, and talk to you later. Bye!